Hi, and welcome to the Bounce Mindset podcast. I'm really excited for you to be joining me here and to be sharing some inspirational stories, speaking to some incredible guests who've overcome the most significant, sometimes unimaginable challenges in life and in their career, and how they've overcome those to get to where they are today. I'm going to share a few snippets with you now. So if you want to be motivated on a Monday on your way into work, get that confidence boost you need, or just to get out of your own way in your career or your business, whatever is stopping you, then I'm really confident that this is the podcast for you. I really look forward to meeting you in the podcast arena and look forward to you joining us. Enjoy the snippets.
This is breaking news right here.
Breaking news, you heard it first here.
Everybody treated me like all the other senior management team, and I just had this block, and it was almost reverting back to my childhood where I'm not allowed to say what my opinion is, or I was too scared to say what my opinion was because of the fear of being laughed at or saying the wrong thing, or because I didn't feel very academic. I thought, oh, I'm in a room full of people who are really bright and I'm not.
It's very easy to feel sorry for yourself. If things aren't going our way, it's very easy to say to ourselves, it's I'm not good enough. Why me? Why do I look like this? God, why have you punished me with this face? I've done that. And it's okay to go through those phases sometimes because it only makes you stronger and rebuilds you to become even a better, stronger person.
I remember thinking my life is completely over. I'm never going to laugh again. I'm never going to smile again. I won't be the center of attention. I love doing a Tina Turner impression. I just thought that is just done. That's never. And, having to tell Joshua the next day that his brother had died was just, my heart broke twice in 24 hours because that was horrible.
It wouldn't take long for an argument to happen or something, and then they'd just switch, and then they'd start calling me a baggy. And so I was like, oh, you never really know who your friend is. Because I think it's important to say that, for me, when I was called that, it hit me in a very unique way that I couldn't quite articulate or understand, because I was mixed race, but I kind of virulently didn't want to identify as Pakistani, and so it had only ever been presented to me as an insult. So when somebody said it to me, I had a reaction to it, and I wasn't happy, but it also hurt because I knew that this was something that had almost happened to me, and my father was Pakistani, but he didn't want anything to do with me, and that hurt because I always wanted to have something to do with my dad, and so. Yeah, it was a deeply cutting slur, and as I'm sure it is for absolutely everybody who receives it, even if they're in a happy Pakistani family. But, for me, I really couldn't quite make sense of it. And so that meant I would lash out.
I would know if there was going to be a question being asked around the room. I would almost have a bout of anxiety because I knew it would come round to me. And I would just have a complete and utter blank because I was that fearful of saying something that would be laughed at, or I suppose going back to my childhood, feeling as though I'd be shot down. I'll just say, I don't have the answer to that right now, but after the meeting, I'll go away and I'll find out and I'll come back to you.
Yeah.
And it's okay to say that. And actually, since you taught me that, I've been in meetings where loads of people say it. And I think,
Yes.
Well, there you go. And so all the people that I've always thought are brighter than me, more academic than me, that are going to know the answers, actually don't know the answers.
Who's going to be your mentor? We need to have mentors in our life. We need to ask for help. Sometimes we don't because we think people are too busy, but actually people are just so honored when you ask them for their help.
I can't change the way I look. What I can change is my mindset. What I can change is my attitude. When you embrace who you are, when you take ownership of your mindset and attitude, you can dictate how people see you. So that was my turning point, I think.
Yes.
First turning point into saying, you know what, I'm going to embrace who I am.
It was like someone had said, Rebecca, here's a mountain, go and climb it, and there's a pair of flip-flops to do it in. I hadn't got a clue how to do it. But I knew it had to be done.
Because I often think if that woman hadn't have taken that time out, what would have become of me if I'd have not been able to read, and I got permanently excluded? we can come on to that later, but the self-study that kept me going, without
Yes.
that, I don't know what I would have done.
Don't be scared to take that leap of faith, because, if you don't take that step, you'll never know whether you can do it.
So, I think when you look at that, actually, it was the way that I was treated, and it was the fact that I was given an opportunity and that somebody believed in me. So I thought, I want to change the narrative, change the conversation on that. So that was when I concocted the plan, and I pushed through, and I had to work really hard to get there. And I got to Oxford, and now I'm able to kind of talk about this issue.
It's got to come from you. You've got to want it, and only you can make that change.
Oh my goodness, the guests blow my mind. They are amazing, and they are all different versions of an inspirational story. They are all, you're going to listen to the stories and think, wow, if they can do that, I can definitely chair that meeting, or I can definitely make that decision about this relationship. I can definitely, because they are all incredible stories of how people have overcome adversity, how they've moved from what could have been a victim space to a real victor mindset, I call it the bounce mindset. It's that ability to bounce. And my friend said it's like a tennis, when tennis players, they bounce the ball a few times before they hit that brilliant shot. And that's what you'll hear in all of the stories that we will be sharing with you, because that's so important and so inspirational. So yeah, I'm really excited about that.